Hi, my friend. It's Pat Sloan here for my daily chat. It's Monday night, the fireside chat version. So we had the premiere over 8:30. Actually, people start coming about 10 after 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where I live here in Virginia. So first thing I'd like to do is say thank you for all the amazing cards and little gifts and presents you've been sending. I have the cards, the more recent cards that came up, so that those of you who sent me a card can look and see that your card is there. There's so many beautiful notes and little treasures that you've sent along. It's just been so much fun and very it just helps a lot. It helps me a lot to have these wonderful notes to look at and read through and hear things that you've gone through, and just nice words of encouragement. Greg and I both read them all together, so we read together. He reads them, I read them. We read them together. But they have been just so amazing. A few of the friends sent a little extra something. Barbara sent this super cute bee mug rug. Look how sweet. Look at this guy. Look at the little glasses. Look at the hearts. Now I want heart-shaped glasses. And the back has the same little bee fabric. Aren't they sweet? Oh my goodness. This is so nice, Barbara. Thank you. And then our friend Angela sent this darling little notebook for me. I am itching to be stitching. So true. I cannot tell you how true that is, Angela. But I love little notebooks. I just live for got little buttons on it. Yeah, I just love little notebooks. And she sent me some super cute owl fabric, which I don't know, Angela, if you realize that I do love owls. As a kid, that's one of the first things I collected was owl stuff. I had little figures, and I had one of the first things Greg ever gave me was a macrame. Yeah, that was it, macrame owl necklace. So it was about this long. I know, the good old days, owls. I still love them. Okay, so we are on today's topic. Today's topic is scraps, 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 scraps. So this month we're making the stars. Those of you who were wanting a project to do this month to use scraps, and a lot of you have been making wonderful ones. There's a couple people using pink star points. And so here's my progress. Now I had a comment, gonna see if I can move this camera. There we go. So Greg was helping me out there. So let me just, sorry about this. There we go. He was helping me out, and then I flipped the camera and I touched something I shouldn't have touched. Anyways, over here now, I don't know if you can see this, but on the 9 patches I have on the side there, can you see? Oh, there we go. I just need to go up further. There we go. Do you see up at the top there's an aqua strip? One of our friends suggested that maybe on the 9 patch border I put an aqua strip. Now I need to shove all this over so that I can show you a little bit better, but I just stuck it up there for an example, and that might be kind of neat. I don't know, I still might want to have just the cream color. We'll see when I get to that point. So your topic for today is tell me a little bit about your scrap status. Are you actually doing anything scrappy right now? Are you possibly going through your scraps? Do you want to show a picture of your scrap bins? Are you making the stars? Tell me about that you are making the stars. Are you making progress? If you got stalled, start again today. So today is sort of a check right here about the midpoint of the month on scraps and what you're doing and how you're handling them. I think down the road it'll be really fun each month to have a scrap focus. Right now I don't have any time to think about that, but it sort of like pops in my head because we all love to use those up, and it might be great to always have some sort of running project of the month that's sort of scrap focused, because any quilt pattern can use scraps. I mean, almost every pattern will look good if you do it in scraps. So that would be fun, because on my Block Wednesday I always, not always, but I have lots of them have a layout, and any of those could be used. So that might be something fun. If that's kind of interesting to you, leave me a note, leave me a comment, tell me. Okay, the 15th, which was Saturday, and I didn't on that Saturday video, I didn't talk about this, but Saturday was the Orifil Designer of the Month day is Nicholas Ball, and he is from Wales, does a lot of improv quilt making, and so his block for the Orifil month is we're using the thread kit called Capri, which are shades of aqua, and his block is so gorgeous. My friend Carolina Asmussen, who is also part of the team this year, she made my block for me because I can't sew like that at all right now. So Carolina did last month's block and this month's block, and I'm hoping in September I can make the September block, but we'll see. If not, she'll make it for me. That's Carolina's awesome. Plus that she had no electric for like 8 days because she lives in Connecticut, and their electric was out for like 8 days from the storm. So she is a rock star. You should definitely go follow Carolina. She's also an Island Batik ambassador, and she's an amazing machine quilter. Okay. So that's a link below. You can go over and see that. You can download it if you make the block and enter it over at Orifil. You could win 3 boxes of the color builders, 3 months of color builders. That's an amazing prize for making one block. And the improv is super fun to do. So you might just make one and then make it into a cushion, or make a couple of them and make them a table runner, or just make it the center of a table runner. It would be so pretty. All right. My second is Out West was the only project that I stalled when I broke both my wrists and several bones in my fingers and had carpal tunnel surgery. It was the only project I had to delay because I did not have anything for people to sew for me because I had not written the patterns. So I got some things organized, and my friend Melanie sewed the blocks for me. And so this month in August, today, I have 2 blocks, which are July and August. That means there'll be 2 more months, September and October, and then your Out West can be sewn up. So let's take a look. Each of the blocks has a Western theme. If you are not doing this block of the month, it has got, I think, one of my most favorite layouts I have ever done. And so I'm really excited about the layout. Okay, so the first block I'll show you here is the topic of this is boots, hats, and turquoise. So all those kind of things that you wear, cowboy hats, cowboy boots, maybe some sort of other desert boot that you might wear. I forgot about desert boots. Do you remember desert boots in the 70s? I don't know. I really like those. And turquoise. I have owned turquoise jewelry since high school. So that was in the 70s. Along with those desert boots. And so I just thought this turned out super, super cute. So that is one of the blocks that is there today for you to do. And the second block is fairs, festivals, and rodeos. This would have been the season that all of that is going on in the summer. I'm sure in some areas they do rodeos and things all year long. But this year is a little not going to be having those things. We're having them next year. So that is the theme for this one. So these are the 2 Out West blocks. And because I know you love seeing the back, and because Melanie is like my friend Anne, she does incredible work. I didn't get these totally pressed, but I'm going to show you because she had to mail them to me. But here we go. Here is the back, and on this one, if you've never done this before, you might find it fun to try. She pressed open all the seams. Every single seam is pressed open, and that gives you a really good intersection for piecing. So there's one with everything pressed open. This is fairs, festivals, and rodeos. And then on the boots, hats, and turquoise, she did a few of them open. Like on these 4-patch units in the center unit, she did one open to sort of lock in that intersection. And then on the strip, she just pressed always to one of them. They're basically the same shades, just 2 different prints. So there's that block. Ta-da! Very, very gorgeous work. Melanie does a lot of sewing for me. She's been a great friend for many, many years. So that is a wonderful, wonderful set of blocks. Now, those of you who are stalled, who were delayed, who are waiting for Out West to come, the only one that I was not able to continue on time is only been delayed a month and a half. So I would say that's not bad after 2 broken wrists to delay one project, only one project, a month and a half. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Got it going, got it going. I want to show you, let's see, I think I'll show you this. I have a couple things, but let me just show you this one. I have worked with a French language magazine. It's only produced in French. Viviane is the editor, and I've worked with her for many, many years. I get introduced to her by a designer friend who is British and married to a French man and living in France. And so Marianne introduced me to Vivian, and I've been doing work and having things in their magazines for lots and lots of years. So right now, the magazine that I'm in that she produces is called Magic Patch. And this is it. It is all in French. So if you speak French, you would probably have to order it from their website. I will link you up to their website. But I wanted to show you a couple projects. Like this one is super, super pretty, I think. I love the circles on it. See, I've got the Wonder Clips there. One friend said, try the Wonder Clips. They're going to be really helpful. So it's like they're a lot easier. This has a whole article on my friend Gail Pan, and Gail is a gorgeous Australian designer. She does a lot of embroidery, and Gail is a good friend of mine. She's also a fellow Martingale author, so I will link you up to Gail's books. And then back here, I just thought this one was super neat, this quilt. It has the same fabric in the middle, this round, and then it has an inner border of a stripe. And that, to me, is like perfection. I think that is super cool, and a really unique diamond inner border there. And then lastly, she asked to produce one of my patterns. And so here it is. And then it's got all of these parts, and so they put it all in the one issue, and you go back through here, and they've got great directions. So if you speak French or know somebody who does, Magic Patch is an awesome magazine. You should really check it out. Yes, it's really nice and it's really fun, and it's a super big honor to be featured in her magazines, and that I sent a bunch of stuff over, so they've been having things, every couple of months. So we just sort of did a whole grouping of items of mine, though it's been really fun. Okay, one last thing. I have played around a little bit more, well, not much more, but because I was writing for the Out West patterns, that put a lot of strain on the hands. And so I was not able to do much on the cross stitch, but I wanted to show you that I think it's doable. I just have to go very slow. So also it fits perfectly in these new pink bags, the Q frame that I have. So this Q frame fits in here perfectly, which keeps it makes it so it's not messy. And I am working on the Happiness is Homemade. So this is my plan. So here's the Happiness is Homemade. So my plan is I'm going to have a little pink house, I think, either maybe a red house and a pink heart. And then I'm going to do where there's white, like that little rim there, I'm going to make mine turquoise because my background is this sort of oatmeal color. So that's just how I'm going to change it up. And then I got in a pull for the bag because honestly, it makes it a lot easier for me to pull bags than if I get a zipper pull. So I got this zipper pull with the block on it, with the quilt block on it. So this is brand new, and I'll link you up to that. So it will be super cute hanging on here and make it easier for me to open it. So I'm going to keep that tidy in here with everything needed. This is one of the things, I don't know if you're a cross stitcher, let me know if you do this, but cross stitchers seem to take like every project and put it in some sort of bag with the threads, like everything, because they tend to work on, well, at least the designers I follow for cross stitch tend to work on a lot of projects at once, and so they just sort of get them out randomly, and everything is always together. And because the flosses are, particularly if you get like a DMC floss or something like that, it's not very expensive, so they have like duplicates or just pull stuff off, to have in there. So basically they have like these bags of all of these projects. So there you go. I'm going to follow their suit because they must know what they're doing. All right, my friends. Thank you again for all the love and support. Greg and I just are sometimes overwhelmed. It has just been so lovely. I still have a long road of exercises, and they really don't do as much, and I have to be go slow, which is not my personality. My mother says, like, you need to have everything done right now. I'm like, yeah, Mom, I do. You know when your mother knows you, right? Okay. Thank you for being here. All the links are below, and Greg and I appreciate so much when you use them. It helps our small family business. I love you. We love you. Mwah! I will see you online.